I'm working on earning every obtainable trophy in the Need for Speed series. Last time we did a 2015 reboot, and today we are doing...
There's something much bigger going on here. Get down!
Need for Speed Payback was released in 2017, developed by Ghost Games and published by EA Games. It inherits many of the features of its predecessor, simplifying some of them while also overly complicating others with the purpose of selling microtransactions. The story is very Fast and Furious-y, but quite complex for a Need for Speed game. After a heist went badly, our crew got betrayed by our fixer, Lena Navarro, and now we need to gain a reputation in order to participate in the Outlaws Rush. This huge event where only the best of this Vegas-inspired Fortune Valley can take part in order to get back at Lena and the cartel for whom she works for, the House.
And the House always wins.
As for the list of trophies, we have a whopping 54, which is almost as many as the previous two Need for Speed games combined. But just like with the 2015 reboot, I already got the Platinum, and I also don't remember a damn thing about this game, which is kind of concerning and I should probably get checked. Just the same, we will go through this again, and it seems that collectibles are back, but the one trophy that will give us the most headache is the active lifestyle one, where we need to get a 3-star rating on all activities, and for us to get there, we need to first start the game, and... okay! I'm digging the original soundtrack of this game, composed by Joseph Trapanese. It's used mostly for story-related missions as well as pursuits, while the tracks playing throughout the game are... fine. I think that the past games had a bit of a better selection. We get our first cutscene presentation of Tyler Morgan, one of our protagonists who's gonna participate in drag and race events. We go ahead to do the unthinkable, which is to pause the game.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
The game actually pauses. Fucking finally. We then get some more cutscenes where we meet Mac, specializing in drift and off-road races, Jessica, that will work undercover for the House as a sort of courier to gather intel, Rav, the only non-playable crew member that will handle the garage, and Lena Navarro. After the betrayal from our first heist, the owner of the car we were trying to steal, Marcus Veyer, aka the Gambler, catches Tyler and now forces him to do valet jobs to settle his debt. We now get our first trophy, Welcome to Fortune Valley, for completing the prologue. We'll now start racing with our shitty vehicle to infiltrate the house, see some weird glitches of the 3D models, and finally win one of the races that should have been rigged by Lena. Naturally, she didn't take it so well. We then switch to Mac, where we go on some drift events.
Hey Mac, did you get a shot of me puking?
Then to Jess to stir up some trouble, and I gotta say that wrecking cops is quite satisfying yet again. We receive our first vehicle, an S2000, and then get a glimpse of the worst aspect about this game, the goddamn stupid ass pieces of shit trash speed cards. And because we played the 2015 reboot, it seems like we got Eddie's Skyline, which is so OP in races that we'll be using it until the last section of the game.
Sorry, I had to.
We're now presented with the game's formula, beating other crews and their bosses to earn a reputation that will eventually lead to us participating in the Outlaws Rush. We get another trophy here, back in the game for reassembling the crew. We find our first chip collectible outside the garage, and we get training wheels off for reaching rep level 2. We now visit a tune-up shop and get another glimpse of this garbage upgrade system. Look, it sort of makes sense, I guess, at least for the whole Vegas gambling theme, but I just want to upgrade my fucking car, not match cards to get bonuses. We will go against our first racing league, the Graveyard Shift, and La Catrina. I do like, however, the side bet that you get for an extra rewarding challenge during the races. We won this event and got the trophy Spread the Word for winning your first event against the Street League. We also find another collectible, the billboards, which make a return from Most Wanted 2012. As we make our way towards the next race, we win it and get the trophy Friendly Competition for beating your first autolog recommendation. We are breezing through these races thanks to Eddie's Skyline, and we get another trophy, a daily a day for completing your first daily challenge. We'll now challenge La Catrina, and I'd be lying if I said that I'm not having fun despite the game's extreme arcadey asphalt-like gameplay. With this done, we got La Catrina. We are also rewarded with our first derelict clue, which are these treasure hunts for parts of a classic vehicle that we'll get to rebuild. These were really fun to do and a creative way to explore the map. We found all the parts for this 65 Mustang and I want to make our own Hoonicorn, so we'll choose the drift build. For that we got one man's trash for assembling a derelict car. We'll now use Mac and his WRX to pursue the off-road crew, League 73 and its boss Udo Roth.
We're gonna have some fun!
Because we got dusted by him and then won the race, we got the trophy Comeback is Real for being last during the final lap of a race and still win, and also Udo Roth. We found a UFO out in the wild, and while roaming around the map I tried to get as many collectibles as possible to mitigate the grind later on. With these two leagues defeated, it's time to go for a high story mission to retrieve the Koenigsegg we lost months ago. Very cool mission to be fair, despite their linearity. We retrieved the Regera. Lena had a delicate talk with the collector, the leader of the house, and we got the trophy We Got This for completing the highway heist. We meet the gambler yet again and unlock the drifting and drag leagues as well as the courier missions for Jessica. We start drifting and meet the underground soldier and his shift lock crew. By winning this event we get the trophy Scrappy Racer for winning an event using a derelict car. We applied a Hoonigan wrap on our Mustang and pressed on until the last drift event against this crew's boss. We also got pursued by some cops apparently, but we still won and received Underground Soldier. With the derelict clues rewarded, we retrieved all the parts and restored the 63 Beetle to be used for drag racing. By initiating the first event, we are presented to Big Sister and her Riot Club. The drag races were much better and entertaining than I expected. For getting a perfect shift in all gears during a race, we got the trophy Perfect Shift. We then later also received Tinker Tailor Racer Fly for winning a race event with a modified live tuning setup. Also a reference to the movie
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
We go against the Big Sister in the final drag race, win of course, and get the Big Sister trophy. We'll now start doing jobs in the form of the transporter played by Jason Statham. During this, we pick up a recording and hear a certain someone talking.
You're damn right I'm not happy. To hell with this. I'm going back to Rockport.
At this point, it's pretty much confirmed that the OG Most Wanted and Carbon are part of this universe, which I'm intrigued and excited about.
Don't disappoint.
Don't disappoint.
Our next story mission revolves around us escaping a chopper that has a sort of EMP called Skyhammer. Similar to the one, we take out the helicopter in a very over-the-top way and earn the trophy I Fought the Law for escaping the Skyhammer. With more leagues unlocked, we attempted the first one where we'll go against the Silver Six and Gallo Rivera, where it looks like Tyler and he are childhood friends.
Forgot how slick you were behind the wheel, cabrón.
So it's pleasant to see them actually form a connection. Same goes with the rest of the leagues in Mac. The banter going on between these characters is delightful. We're now going against Gallo, and by winning this we got the trophy Gallo Rivera. It's time for some more drifting events with Mac against Noisebomb and its boss Aki Kimura.
The king.
What about that guy, Ryan, I think?
Ryan, is that the same Ryan Cooper from Pro Street? I'll be honest, I played the game but didn't finish it, and now I feel like I gotta, so stay tuned. But yeah, apparently Pro Street is also now part of this universe. We finally race against Kimura's target score, beat it, and get the trophy Aki Kimura.
You took my crown fair and square.
Next up, we have the off-road races against the Free Ember Militia and its boss, Faith Jones. We had a bit of a hard time with this derelict vehicle that we built for off-road, so we went ahead to start upgrading it with the speed cards, and it's so fucking irritating. If you're blocked with finding the proper speed cards that you need to progress, you effectively need to wait 10 minutes for the tune shop to restock and hope that you get the one you need. Either that or you can grind other races, but it's all just a waste of time. What the fuck was wrong with them for thinking this would be a good idea to implement? We now went against Faith Jones in the boss battle, made a pretty anticlimactic landing, and received the trophy Faith Jones. We also bought the last garage available for purchase and we got the trophy The Mogul. I continued with Jessica's jobs, and in regards to the cops, I like how they're handled here, being quite aggressive and fun to deal with. Sadly, the only places where I get to experience pursuits are in missions. I mean, to be fair, I don't completely mind this decision because we have so many activities to do in the open world that I don't think I'd be very happy to have a police vehicle ruin a good one when I'm attempting to get 3 stars in something. Regardless, we now need to transport a Mr. Kobashi for the house, and it's time to go for our next heist where we need to steal 2 important vehicles, a Mercedes G63 and a Lamborghini Aventador. We get absolutely demolished, and then we demolish them too by driving a fucking truck. With this done, we got double or nothing for stealing 2 gold-plated cars. Yet again, we meet Marcus in order to unlock the next set of league races, and it looks like he doesn't even move his lips while talking. We bought one of my favorite cars, the 911 GT3 RS, and initiated our next race where we're presented to the 1% Club with Natalia Nova as its boss, who apparently has a Fairhaven license plate. With all the races leading up to her finished, we now race against her and see a certain someone who donates to Nova's stream. Why the hell am I not surprised that it's Wolf of all people? We win the race and get the trophy Natalia Nova.
I bet you're goddamn pleased with yourself.
It's time for the second league of this phase, which is Diamond Block and its boss Mitko Vasilev.
Never heard of us? Well, you must not be a millionaire then.
So far, both Natalia and this guy are a bunch of pricks. And after a few races, for some mental reason, someone at Ghost Games had that genius idea to make you go on a sprint event in the drag category, meaning also a drag vehicle. The type of vehicle that is built to go straight, and the moment you tap the throttle, the car tends to perform a wheelie, which naturally makes steering impossible. Perhaps the most troublesome event of the game. We now go against Vasilev, win 3 out of the 5 drag races, and then this ass licker calls the cops on us. Why am I not surprised, considering that when we were doing one of Jessica's jobs, we met the 3 bosses we're currently taking on and found out that they are actually on the house's payroll, so they're not gonna play by the rules. However, this didn't stop us, lost the cops and got the trophy Mitko Vasilev.
Answer the phone, big man.
We now switch to Mac to go for the Off-Road League, Hazard Company and its boss Holtzman. Do a barrel! Although this dude is also on the house's payroll, he's a nice guy?
You're gonna have the time of your life with us, though.
You're telling me the house is augmenting your cars?
Come on. You think these rednecks are really that good at driving?
We race Holtzman in the boss battle, and the cops are on us yet again. So yeah, he's a dick too. It also kind of pisses me off that even if I'm driving a car specially built for off-roading, somehow these Corvettes are able to keep up with me. We then get a call from one of Holtzman's crew members who has some sense of honor, letting us know where we can find his boss. We go there, win the event, and earn the trophy Holtzman for defeating the Hazard Company boss. Time to start Jessica's jobs, and it looks like the underground soldier, the one we've beaten in drifting at the start, is actually on our side as a hacker looking to take down the house. We perform some satisfying takedowns of cop cars and move on to the next mission. It looks like Underground Soldier is now in trouble and we gotta pick his ass up quickly. While getting chased by the cops, we got the trophy Take Them Down for taking down 100 pursuit vehicles. Because the Underground Soldier found something big during his hacks, he now needs to leave the state, and during this mission we also find out that the broker, the person who's been guiding us through these events, is called Samantha and is actually the soldier's, or Charlie's, partner. We go meet the broker and read Charlie's last message.
Everything you need to know is in here. The Arkwright files.
We now get a cutscene with Marcus and Lena, get the confirmation that we entered the Outlaws Rush, and the gambler bets his casino on us winning. Spoiler alert, we do. The game goes all in on fan service with some references.
Beaten the blacklist, stumped the Speed King, ran the run. Welcome to the Outlaws Rush.
And it's kind of odd that the run was also mentioned, because either all of these inspired maps are part of the Need for Speed United States, or the US is a whole other country here, but they are essentially confirming the whole damn Need for Speed universe. We proceed through the rest of the Outlaws Rush events. Naturally, the cops are coming after us, and it looks like the bosses from the first leagues we raced against have come to help us out, which honestly is quite pleasant to experience. We got rid of all of our pursuers and won this event.
How many? Everyone?
Everyone! We now go on our last dance against Lena Navarro, which we, of course, win too. Credits roll and we get one last final cutscene where Kobashi talks with Marcus about joining Arkwright, so that's quite a sweet cliffhanger. To tell the truth, is this arguably the best story this franchise has so far? I still love Most Wanted, Carbon, and The Run stories, but what those lacked was time for character development. I think this one has it enough, and despite the story being over the top, which, let's be honest, every Need for Speed is, the relationships built between the protagonist and the other bosses and even villains felt real for the most part. Am I crazy for thinking this? Most likely, but I still think that this should be one of the story templates to be considered in future installments. As we gain back control of Tyler, we got the trophy against all odds for bringing down the house, and we've now officially gotten exactly half of the trophies. We retrieved the Regera since it's the fastest car, so it should help on getting 3 stars on the speedruns and speed trap activities. This will be tedious, but that's to be expected. During one of the speedruns, we also got hyperspeed for hitting 240 miles per hour or 380 kilometers per hour. What's actually funny is that each activity had one specific run that was the most difficult, while the rest were doable in a few tries. In this case, it was from A to B where the traffic posed the most threat to us.
A bad week, huh? I'll make it worse for that.
Thankfully, once nighttime hit and with less traffic on the road, I had my shot and I took it. During these activities, I also tried to collect everything I could find, as well as challenge roaming racers because we also have a trophy related to this. By beating Jesse from the 1% Club, we got the trophy Pranked for beating Jesse Wellens in an outrun race. I was curious why this is a trophy, and it looks like Jesse Wellens is a real dude with a YouTube channel dedicated to pranks? The more you know! We eventually get the last speed trap and earn You've Got the Need for completing all speed traps. We push on with the rest of the speedruns too, and for that we got the trophy Flat Out. Time to go for the jump activities. We still have 10 to get 3 stars for, and these actually aren't so bad. The difficult jump that gave me trouble here was this one here, Eject Button. Regardless of the car and speed cards I used, my best jump was a little over 161 meters. I had to look online to see how to do this, and in the end...
Ejectocito, cuz! It worked! I love this button!
We succeeded. Got the rest of the ones left and earned Aces High for completing all jumps. One final activity to do, and that's drifting. We'll use the Mustang for this, get some upgrade cards in it, and earn Outlaws on the Rise for equipping full setup with the Outlaw brand. After we got only 2 stars on one of the drifts, we also earned the Artist for unlocking all visual customization points. Some of the visual customizations were blocked behind completing several activities, and now we have everything at our disposal. Yet again, the traffic is the biggest annoyance when it comes to completing these activities, and it so happens that this specific one will be the most difficult drift zone. We were forced to play around with this bullshit upgrade system some more, and we earned another man's treasure for getting a derelict car to 399 performance level. We eventually reached the last drift zone, completed it with 2 stars unfortunately, but we got the trophy Sideways Style for completing all drift zones. We got 3 stars in this one too, went back to the zone that gave us headaches, and to our luck, it's nighttime, so with minimal traffic we completed this and earned Active Lifestyle for getting a 3-star rating on all activities. Time to go for the collectibles. We only have 2 billboards left that we already discovered, so all we gotta do is destroy them. As we do, we get Does Not Obey. Next up, the goddamn chips. Some of them took me way more than they should have, and there was even one specific chip that I couldn't get with my Regera because it was too short. Fuck's sake. The sun also has a very weird shape in this world, and it keeps glitching when it sets. This is actually the worst technical thing I experienced in this game, so that says a lot. We got the rest of the chips, switched to an off-road vehicle to get the last one, and finally earned All In for collecting all the Gambler's chips. Time to get those online trophies, more specifically completing 10 events in ranked speed lists. Unsurprisingly, there aren't that many people still playing, but we still found some in the end. We finished them one by one, which were actually not so bad to be fair.
Oh! Oh my god. I've done that before, in Mario Kart.
As we completed our 5th event, we got the trophy First Strike is deadly for completing 5 events in a single speedless. As we completed our 10th, we finally earned the climb. Next up, defeating the rest of the roaming racers and their bosses, which was quite the experience. We got to beat Natalia Nova, and while going through the next ones, we also reached rep level 50 and received Top Dog. We defeated Gaia Rivera and Udo Roth. We also beat Holtzman yet again and got Wherever I Roam for beating all 4 roaming racer bosses, and Who Runs This Town for winning all events and beating all roaming racers. Now we need to get the leftover trophies, and the most tedious and boring are the ones where we need to equip all slots of a single brand. We already got the one for Outlaw, but the problem is that we need to keep playing the slots to hopefully get the one we need. So frustrating. We finally managed to collect all the ones necessary and can start earning trophies. By equipping all Americana, we got Hope and Glory. We made Kakashi proud by equipping full Chidori and earned Under the Hood. We used all 6 Next Tech Speed cards and got Tech Mate. Last but not least, looking back at Need for Speed Carbon, we earned Carbon Cartel for equipping full setup with Carbon brand. We now needed to win a race with the Regera without damaging it. More stressful than difficult, but we did it and earned 1500 brake horsepower easy. And also, the Strategist for grinding a previously won narrative event for speed cards. For the next trophy, we need to own the M5, 99 Skyline and Chevrolet Bel Air. We already have the M5, so we purchase the Skyline, restore the Bel Air, and earn Cover Stars, obviously referring to the fact that these 3 cars are on the cover of the game. We now need to buy the M5 again as Mac and go on a drift trial to score over 350k. As you do, we receive the trophy, Driving the Incredible. I also realized that the McLaren P1 is also present in this game, so I purchased it and was quite disappointed to see that it still suffers from the same overheating issues from rivals, because the fans still don't work 4 years later. Now, for the last trophy. Well, if I paid closer attention, I would have gotten it already, cause it looks like we need to beat all 1% Club roaming racers in the 2017 GTR. It was a bit challenging cause all racers had the most performance points they could have, so I did get my ass handed to me a couple of times. Nonetheless, we managed to beat all 1% Club in Natalia again and earned Supercars for Breakfast for beating all members of the 1% Club roaming racers in the 2017 GTR, as well as the Platinum Trophy, the Ultimate Payback for collecting all trophies. This was quite a long list, but most of the trophies were enjoyable to do except the one that had me play this fucking slot machine. For real though, if this mechanic wouldn't have been present, this game would go so hard and the replayability would be much higher. That and the fact that a lot of the map was a desert, literally. And although I enjoyed the open areas, there are still a few confusing invisible walls here and there. I was genuinely surprised to see how enjoyable this game was and its stable performance for the most part. I swear it's like EA thought, you know what, this game looks way too fun, let's add a shit ton of gacha mechanics and microtransactions to make it more representative to the company, and they did! Well done! I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.